Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome to day 4. And today we will be comparing numbers. So please make sure you have your materials and you have your packet open to day 4 on comparing numbers. Let's get to our first problem. Our first problem, as you know, is a I do. So I'm going to read the problem, give you a chance to write down the information as we work. Problem reads, the population of Ardmore, Oklahoma is greater than the population of Dale City, Oklahoma. The population of Dale City is 22,128. What could the population of Ardmore be? First thing we're going to do is going to begin by cubing, and we're going to underline our big question. What could the population of Ardmore be? That's what we're trying to figure out. Go back within the problem and figure out what's given that's going to help us to answer this big question. Well, the first thing we see is Ardmore is greater than the population of Ardmore is greater than the population of Dale City. The population of Dale City we know is 22,128. We know that the word greater means bigger, so it's your largest number. So I'm looking for a number that is greater than. So I know that A, which is going to stand for Ardmore, has to be greater than Dale City. So no matter what I do, I have to figure it out. Dale City is 22,128. So whatever goes here has to be greater than 22,128. I'll take a moment and you write down that information. All right, if you need additional time, please pause your video. All right, we're going to begin by comparing all of our answer choices to 22,128, which we know is the population of Dale City. So I'm going to begin by writing 22,128, and I know that represents Dale City. Up under it, I'm going to write down each answer choice that I have, and I'm going to be careful to line up my digits because luckily all of our answer choices and the number that we're comparing to has 5 digits. So this makes our job a little bit easier. So I write down A's answer choice, which is 22,127. B is 21,228. Answer choice C is 23,711. Answer choice D is 21,718. So again, all of our digits, all of our numbers have 5 digits. So if I start in the ones place, here are all the digits that are in the ones place. Here are all the digits in the tens place. Here are all the digits in the hundreds place, thousands place, and 10,000s place. So we always start with the greatest place. The greatest place for these numbers is the 10,000s place. Each digit in the 10,000s place of all the numbers are worth 20,000. So the answer choice numbers are worth 20,000, and so does the number that I'm comparing it to. So that doesn't help me any because again, remember I am trying to find the number that is greater than 22,128. So the 10,000s place didn't help, so I'm going to move over to the thousands place. The number that I'm comparing it to is worth 2,000. And this number, it is worth 2,000. Okay, let's put a little line right there. Here in this number, this is only worth 1,000 compared to 2,000. 1,000 is less than 2,000, so I can get rid of this. Let's go here. This digit here is a 3 in the thousands place, which means it's worth 3,000 compared to 2,000. 3,000 is definitely more than 2,000. And here, there's a 1. 1,000 is less than 2,000. So I can get rid of this as well. So I have two possible answers. Now, we just covered the thousands place. Let's move over to the hundreds place. Here, we have a 1 in the hundreds place, a 1 in the hundreds place, which leaves us with, still could be a possibility. Go down here. Here we have a 7 in the hundreds place, which is 700. 700, of course, is greater than 100. So then 23,711 would be the correct answer. Take a moment to write down that information. If you need additional time, please pause your video. All right, let's go to your first we do. The problem reads, the chart below shows the years that various items were invented. The inventions are, the piano was invented in year 1709. The balloon was invented in year 1783. The typewriter was invented 1867, which you may not even be familiar with what a typewriter is, but ask your parents, they should know what it is. Paperclip was invented in 1900. Here's my job. Which of the following items was invented between typewriter and paperclip? So I'm going to underline my big question. Now, within the big question, there are some important things. The number that I'm looking for is going to be between the typewriter and the paperclip. So I'm going to be concerned with this year of the typewriter and the year of the paperclip. But obviously, the typewriter the year was 1867. And that's my typewriter. The paperclip is 1900. I'm going to pause and give you a moment to write down what I have. Make sure you have queued your problem as well. If you need additional time, please pause your video. The number that I'm looking for has to be between, because back over here it says invented between the typewriter and between the paperclip. So which tells me the number 1867 has to be less than the number that I find, but the number that I find has to be less than 1900. So we're going to first begin comparing this with the typewriter, because this is going to be a two-part comparison because it has to go between the two. So we'll begin with your first answer choice. First answer choice is 1785. Your next answer choice is 1939. Your next answer choice is 1885. And your next answer choice is 1831. Okay. Now, all of your answer choices and the numbers that it is being compared to have 4 digits, which means that this is the ones place, here's the tens place, here's the hundreds place, that we're going to start in the thousands place. So the number that we're comparing it to has a 1 in the thousands place, along with the answer choices. So the thousands place does not help us at all. So we're going to get rid of all of these ones. We're going to move over to the hundreds place. This hundreds place has a 7. Remember that what I put in here has to be greater than what I have here. 7 is not greater than 8, so therefore this answer choice is completely out already. Let's go here. This is 9. 9 is greater than 8, so we're going to put a mark here beside it, because again, whatever we put here has to be less than 1900. Then we'll go to the next number. We have an 8 here, which is 1885. which is the same. 800, 800 is the same. So we'll put a little mark there. We have 800 here compared to 800. Okay. So we were able to get rid of one choice using the hundreds column. So now let's go to the tens column. This 6 is worth 60 compared to this 9, but we're going to leave this right here because 900 is way more here. So we're going to put this number over here to see if it, we already know that it's greater. Okay, let's take that out of there. All right, the other one was we're in the tens place. 8 is greater than 6. Okay, so we can move this one as well. 1885. So now we can move that from over there. Here we have a 3, which is worth 30 compared to the 6, which is worth 60. So 30 is less. That won't work because the number we're looking for has to be greater. Now, not only does the number have to be greater than 1867, but it has to be less than 1900. So now we're going to use our remaining two answer choices and compare them to 1900. There's a 1 in the thousands place here, 1 in the thousands place in each one of these numbers. So 1 doesn't help us. Let's go here. We have a 9 in the hundreds place here, 9 in the hundreds place. Okay, we're looking for a number that is less. Okay, so we'll keep that. And then we have a what? 8 that's less right here. This is for sure the fit. So we'll put a mark there. Now, we said 9 here, but let's go here to the tens column. There's a 3. 3 is greater than 0. So that automatically knocks that out because you know 39 is greater than 0, 0. So 1939 would not be an answer choice. So my final answer would be 1885. So 1885 should fit right here. So I go back and check. 1885 is greater than 1867, but 1885 is less than 1900. So my answer is the motorcycle seat. I'll take a few minutes and pause as you write this down. If you need additional time, just pause your video. Let's go to your next problem. Your next problem, of course, is a we do. And it reads, what is the greatest number that can be written using the digits 1, 7, 0, and 9? So the big question is everything here. So we're just going to underline everything that's here. And keywords, greatest. And we know greatest means largest. And then we have 4 digits that we're going to use to create a number that is largest. The largest number possible using these 4 digits. Our digits are 1, 7, 0, 9. I'm going to pause a few minutes and let you catch up to where I am. Okay, good. Now we're going to look at each digit individually and figure out of the 4 numbers which one is the highest. Is 1 higher than 7? Is 1 higher than 0? Is 1 higher than 9? That's what I mean when I say we're going to compare the numbers. Obviously, we know 9 is the larger number. So if we're making the greatest number, we got to have the largest number in the highest place. This is a 4-digit number, therefore we know that it is going to the thousands place. So we need to have 9 in the thousands place. So we've used the 9. Let's look at the remaining 3 numbers, 1, 7, and 0. 7 we know is higher than the other 2. So 7 is in the hundreds place. 9,007 what? Now we have 1 and 0 left. 1 is higher than 0, so 1 goes in the tens place and 0 goes in the ones place. So the highest or the greatest number that we could have written using those 4 digits is 9,710. So we would do answer choice C. I'm going to pause a moment for you to write that down. If you need additional time, just pause your video. All right, your next problem is a you do, and it says which number will make the inequality true? All you're doing is trying to figure out which number would make this sentence here, number sentence correct. Here we have the larger part of the sign pointing to the larger number. So this number here has to be the larger number. This has to be the larger number of the two. It has to be larger. And I'm going to let you figure this out because this is a you do. So you're comparing your answer choices to the number over here. Please write your answer on your packet because this is the information that you're going to input into Kahoot. Make sure you do your packet first. Another reminder, make sure you write your first and last name, or at least your first name and the first initial of your last name in Kahoots. No nicknames or you won't get credit. Your next you do says the table below, or the table shows the number of Olympic medals won by 4 countries in summer games from 1896 to 2004. The title of your table is Olympic medals won, summer games, 1896 to 2004. Here you have 4 countries that competed. You have France, Italy, Sweden, and United Kingdom. Here you have the gold medals for each, the silver medals for each, and the bronze medals for each. Here's your big question. Which country shown in the table won more gold medals? More gold medals than they did silver or bronze from the years shown. So let me give you an example of what it is that you're asked to do here. Here you have the country France. I know that France had 173 gold medals compared to 187 silver medals. My job is to see which country had more of these than these, how many had more gold medals than silver medals, and how many had more gold medals than bronze. So 173. Is it higher than 187? Is 173 higher than 203? You go to Italy. 172. Is it higher than 136? 172. Is it higher than 153? You go to Sweden and then you go to United Kingdom and you do the same thing. So you have to figure out which country has more gold, which means this column has to be higher than this column, silver, or it has to be higher than bronze. Okay. All right, let's move to your next question. Please make sure you put your answer on your sheet because you're going to put it in Kahoots. Your next one is a you do. It says McKay raised $46,001 for charity. Bradley raised $46,010 for charity. Which expression completely compares the amount of money each raised? So here you're doing a comparison of what McKay raised compared to what Bradley raised. Here you have your answer choices. Remember, the higher number has the largest part of the sign. Okay, so here's your sign, larger number here, and smaller here. Okay, keeping that in mind. So you have to figure out which one of these is correct. You know, equal means equal. Here you have a sign you probably haven't seen, but this means greater than or equal to. Okay? All right, so make sure you do your problems and that you put your problems in Kahoots. Make sure you put your first and last name or first name and your last initial in the Kahoots. No nicknames. If you do not, you will not get credit. Okay, you guys have a good rest of your day and see you soon. Thanks.